There's a level of discipline that's so intense, so consistent, that it actually makes other people look at you with a kind of fear and even awe. So today, we're going to dig into the ancient Zen monk method for creating exactly that kind of frightening consistency. But I gotta warn you, there's a catch. This system requires you to kill a part of yourself you never even knew existed. It all kicks off with this really powerful idea. Just think about that person you might know, the one who never seems to fail, never makes excuses, and just keeps going long after everyone else has given up. You look at them and you think, that's just not normal. And you know what? You're right, it's not. And today, you're gonna learn exactly how they do it. Okay, so to really get the solution, first we have to get the problem. And to do that, let's look at the story of a guy named Raphael. He was smart, he was successful, but he was held back by this one single destructive flaw that you might just recognize in yourself.
Does this sound a little familiar? Raphael just couldn't stick to anything. He'd start out with all this incredible motivation, but then, a week or two later, poof, it would just fizzle out. He was completely trapped in this relentless pattern, a cycle of starting strong and, well, inevitably giving up.
And yeah, his week followed this same old depressing pattern. Monday was all about, this time is gonna be different. By Wednesday, his mind would start that little negotiation. Maybe I'll just skip today. Come Friday, he'd completely surrendered. And Sunday? Oh, Sunday was just for making a bunch of empty promises about starting all over again next week. Raphael, he tried all the usual tricks, the apps, the rewards, getting an accountability partner, but nothing worked. He was fighting a battle he just couldn't win, because he was going up against the fundamental wiring of his own mind. He didn't stand a chance. That is, until he stumbled upon a frighteningly effective secret from ancient Japan. And right here, this is where absolutely everything changes. The secret is all in a system that's designed to completely eliminate that internal debate, that back and forth that just kills our best intentions. It's about ending that mental negotiation before it even has a chance to start. The system is called Gyoji. It's a Zen principle, and the translation is really the key here. Continuous practice without gaps. No gaps. Not a single one. See, this isn't about being perfect, it's about being unbroken. Just try to wrap your head around this for a second. At the Gyoji temple in Japan, a bell has rung at 3:30 in the morning, every single day, for over 800 years. Do you seriously think a single monk lies there in bed debating whether to get up? Of course not. The question doesn't even enter their mind. And here's why it works. Your brain basically sorts every commitment you make into one of two boxes. Reversible commitments are things you try to do, and they always invite negotiation. But irreversible commitments, well, they're just part of who you are. They simply happen. The monks don't try to meditate, they are meditators. For them, the negotiation is already over. So here's how Raphael put this into practice. He took his little private promise and turned it into a public, irreversible commitment. He wrote down this exact statement, he signed it, and he posted it online for everyone he knew to see. He wasn't trying to meditate anymore. He was flat out declaring that he was a meditator. And all of a sudden, the pain of failing in public became way greater than the discomfort of waking up a little early. But look, even with all that social pressure, the real battle is always going to be internal. Your body doesn't care about your reputation on social media, it wants to stay in bed. So Raphael's public declaration ended the mental debate, but now he had to go to war with his own biology every single morning. To win this internal war, he pulled two more principles from the monk's playbook. The first was setting up non-negotiable hours, and the second was defining what he called the one way. These were basically the weapons he used to conquer his own internal resistance. He chose 5 a.m. not because it was the optimal time to work out or meditate, but because it was the time of elimination. Think about it. At 5 a.m., the world is asleep. There are no messages, no emails, no distractions. By fixing the time, he completely removed when as a variable. His brain just couldn't argue with a constant anymore. But his tricky brain found a new loophole, negotiating what to do. So he brought in the one way. He locked in the exact routine, same order, same amount of time, every single day. See, variety is where consistency goes to die, because every little choice you make is an opportunity to quit. So he removed choice from the equation. And of course, people started to notice. His friends told him he was becoming robotic. But they were missing the entire point. Robotic was the goal. The whole idea is to repeat an action so many times that you don't need willpower anymore. After enough repetitions, the behavior becomes automatic.
It gets handed over to a part of your brain called the basal ganglia. It's basically your brain's autopilot. Okay, so what happens when life, actually happens? Sickness, travel, emergencies, these are the things that break everybody's streaks. But Gyoji has an answer for this too, and it's all about choosing continuity over the illusion of perfection.
This mindset is really captured perfectly by this metaphor. Your practice is like a river. The moment it stops flowing completely, it's not a river anymore. It's just a memory of where water used to be. The goal isn't to be perfect every day. The goal is to never stop. Even a tiny trickle is enough to maintain the flow.
So Raphael pre-solved every single obstacle that had ever messed him up in the past. He created a super simple, if this happens, then I'll do this plan. Because when you try to make a decision under stress, you will always choose the easy way out. By deciding ahead of time, you take the decision out of it. The response just becomes automatic.
After weeks of doing this, something really profound starts to happen. You're not just building a habit anymore, you're actually forging a completely new identity. And this is the part that makes other people uncomfortable, because your existence proves that what they call impossible is really just uncomfortable. At the end of his 90-day challenge, Raphael was a different person, and the ultimate proof came from his friends. They looked at him and they didn't see the old Raphael who always quit. They saw someone new, and their reaction said it all. Your consistency is scary. And that's when you know you've finally arrived.
So the question for you is this: are you ready for that kind of transformation? Are you ready for the death of your inconsistent self and the birth of someone truly unbreakable?